So where I'm gonna meet somebody from Long Beach? I'm from the west side of South Central. I never met nobody from Long Beach or Compton outside of my cousins that's from Compton, or my relatives.
One thing I would say, we talking one to another. There you go. That's
All right,
better.
yeah. I never met anybody from Compton outside of my immediate family until I was 16 years old when I had to go to school at Gar in Cerritos. So I'm meeting people from Bellflower, Norwalk, Artesia, Long Beach, Compton, and it's just like us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they might be from hoods that we ain't never necessarily was day-to-day familiar with, but the only difference is your name, the name of your street and the name of my street.
It's odd you say that because I can recall going to Cerritos, even like Christmas shopping. Anytime you go to Cerritos, you see a lot of mixed couples, like Asian and black.
Yeah, Asian and black.
You see a lot of that.
Myself personally, and it's not because of any reason, it just never came across my plate. I never dated an Asian girl when I was in Cerritos, and I always kind of think back like, damn, maybe I should have you know what I'm saying, dated some of the Asian girls. My little brother, this nigga's United Nations. You feel me? He don't care. He gonna go every direction. But the biggest benefit that I say, going to school in Cerritos or any place with a multicultural background, is gonna give you understanding and intelligence. You know what I'm saying? If it don't come up later, I'm gonna text you. You know, they having a thing with what was said with Lefty Gunplay and all that right now.
I was going to, since we got on this, I was going to kind of segue to that.
So,
but before that, I want to say this. I can relate to what you're saying because I went to school from 7th to 10th grade in Torrance, very little blacks, and then 10th to 12th, I was in Glendale, and they were private schools. So I know what it means to be in environments that are not like ours and kind of help.
In Glendale's where you start meeting Armenian kids and all that kind of boom, yeah.
But go ahead, you can go ahead to what you were saying about the Lefty Gunplay connection.
I believe that as humans, we all have prejudice, but and myself personally, I'm not afraid of other races or like understanding the other races because I done been to y'all houses as kids. You know what I'm saying? I remember one of my best friends in 2nd grade was a Jewish kid named Arthur. And I went to his house for Hanukkah. You know what I'm saying? He came to my house for Christmas. And that was normal. You know what I'm saying? I went to open charter school in West LA. So, you know, you seeing everybody. With Lefty Gunplay specifically, I think that Lefty Gunplay is a product of, number one, his environment, because there are really no blacks where he's from. You feel me? And where he's from, historically, Mexicans and blacks do have issues. And then he's a young dude who's been in high power situations. Didn't he just come out Pelican Bay or something like that?
I'm not sure. I'm not very, very familiar with his experiences as a person.
I know he was on some super high power yard. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And as being a young dude, being on a super high power yard, yeah, you took those politics home with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So do I think that he's a bad person? No. Do I think that he could use some re-education? For sure. Maybe a little bit of deprogramming to see the real world versus the penitentiary world, because they are two different places. And you know what I'm saying? With the aspect of him saying he doesn't want his daughter to bring home a black man, I'm not mad at anybody for running their house how they run their house, because I'm gonna run my house how I run my house. Now, I may not agree with it. You know what I'm saying? You might have carpet in your house. I might got wooden floors. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say right or wrong, because the moment I tell him he's wrong for his thoughts, now I'm doing exactly what he's doing, pressing thoughts. You can only believe what you believe. I believe that everybody should love who they love, period, point blank. That's your business. He believed that he don't want his daughter to be at home and he don't want to come home and see a black man. The only thing that I would say about that in the aspect of being a black man is I wish people loved us as much as they loved our culture.
That's my point, because it seems, you know, he done been sitting here in this very room, and we are all, our parents are black. So somebody had black kids. We are somebody's black kids. So I just wonder how you can be so into our culture in general, because even when I hear him speak, the way he carries himself,
even the style of his jewelry,
it does not seem like a Chicano influenced style
at all, bro.
Yeah,
at all.
I think there's a competitive nature with men when they see the women that they love attracted to men that are not like them. I think that competition is often directed toward us. A lot of times attributed for being the most physically dominant or attractive outside of just face, handsome, just the way we're built and the way we physically operate. It seems like we get a lot of applause for that as a group. And I think that might create some type of disdain or negative energy for other men to feel like these guys.
Well, this is what I will say, looking at it from, I ain't never been to the penitentiary, but I done hit the LA County Jail more times than I'm proud of, for sure. every time I've ever hit the county, and you could call me, oh, he's because he's black, blah, blah, or you could just take this as my lived experience because your experience might be different. So this is my lived experience. The first time I hit the county, I never forget. They told me, hey, at your size, you for sure got to take, if it crack, you for sure good for 3 of them. For sure. Like, no question, comment, or concern. Your size, what you got go, you for sure got 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I am 6'3". Yeah, I'm good size and all that kind of stuff and all that. Yeah, I am an athlete. Yeah, I am blah, blah, blah. Genetically speaking, it ain't really nobody outside of another black person that's built like me. It's not. White people ain't built like me. Asian people ain't built like me. Mexican people ain't built like me. Filipino people ain't built like me. We can go down this whole list. Black people are built like me.
Yes.
That is what it is. So if we're looking at the facts, you'll hear Mexican podcasters say this. Yeah, fool, the black dudes is born with 6 packs.
Yeah.
They say, I didn't say that. They said that.
Jimmy the Greek got fired for saying something of that nature on the airways back in the days or something.
But where's the lie?
I get it. No, I can relate. So I just think a lot of times that plays into it. And then I think he is, like you say, conditioned through the politics, the streets, and things of that nature.
He's super high power.
Yeah, well, the way it came across and the way he said it, it was so passionate. I'm a believer that if you only listen to what comes out of someone's mouth, you'll never actually hear what they're telling you. I listen to body language, your passion, your projection, the way you smile when you say things, the way you don't smile, the way your eyes roll. So him just saying, I prefer my daughter to stay with one like myself, nobody would have had no problem with that. But when you hear the passion and the disgust, and you see the disgust that seemed was in his face at the thought of it taking place, I hear a whole nother message. You feel me?
That 4-yard came out.
What?
That 4-yard came out.
Or did a homie smash something already that, did a homie knock something down? Mandingo come swing through his life, and do he hate Mandingo because she love it?
I mean,
I don't rule none of that out.
You know what? I say this, and this is what I believe in my heart, and I stand on what I said. Not even with Lefty Gunplay, but I would just say overall what Lefty Gunplay represents. You, on one hand, will say, nah, I got black homies. I hang out with AD. I done been over here with Spider Loc. I done did this with Pun and Wooty Bam and all this. On the other end, you would say, I don't want my daughter to be around these type of people. Back to that same hand, you'll say, well, behind closed doors is N-word this, N-word that, N-word this. On the other hand is, well, I can't take open food from you. So I'm going to just go ahead and say, let the record reflect. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, black people wasn't the ones tripping.
Exactly.
Even when you look at it like, let's take it to the county. This is a real life scenario. I done seen in East Max, the 4 or 5 man, however man shower it is, whatever. I done seen a Mexican dude come in there, and the black's like, we ain't tripping, but your people gonna trip. We black. When you go to my grandma's house, I go to your grandma's house, what's the first thing they gonna offer us? Some food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names or whatever, but I done gave open food to Southsiders because you're hungry, bro.
Right.
Because you're absolutely starving, because I'm looking at your stomach touching your bag, and you my bunkie, my nigga, so I might just drop this on and then keep and bank off. You feel me? And now you got a little manwich on your bed.
Right.
Nobody's taking that. Nobody's turning that down. If your stomach touching your back, you gonna eat.
Right.
But then here's where it even go even deeper. And then this is where I challenge Lefty Gunplay at. You are an open crystal meth smoker. So you own this yard, and the blacks got the scante. You not gonna do business?
Oh no, that's they do business cross. The thing is, you don't let that business go bad. Don't take no credit necessarily. But yeah, they do business cross culture on the yard. But it's a very tricky situation.
So like you said, so when it comes to the crossing culture, and I say this as being a black man, I can only speak for myself. I don't speak for the black race. I speak for myself. Why we can just not do that? Why we can't just be cool? Because as black people, you know what I'm saying? Again, using a shower situation, ain't nobody finna stop you from getting clean, bro. Like, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. That's your business.
How you think he'd feel if it was Kobe's son dating his daughter? Think he'd feel any different?
Nah, man, come on. Chili changed everything. Chili changed everything. You feel me?
I tend to agree.
Chili changed everything. You feel me?
I tend to agree. And I think overall, in general, at least in this society, people have gotten over that just, oh, my people can't be with them. even in the sense of a Dr. Umar, the way he tends to believe that we should only breed one with another, it doesn't come across as abrasive as the way he said it.
No, Lefty Gunplay had discussed his.
Yeah, there you go.
That 4-yard came out. Like, I mean, and then
Keep blaming it on that 4-yard, man, because I'm not sure that's what it is, man. That sound more like Rich Trapper might have knocked something down in his life or something.
You think he had a bad experience? He lost his shit?
I mean, I feel like it can be.
Look, don't blame it on me.
I'm just saying. Excuse me. I'm just saying that seems like it can be an equal motivation than any 4-yard experience.
Yeah, emotions of the heart are a thing.
Yeah, Sancho a cold motherfucker. You feel me?
Or Tyrone.
Yeah, or Tyrone.
Tyrone.